New helmet time. This is the Hawk Gloss Black GLD-900 helmet. Alright, this is a Hawk helmet. I'm doing a review of it just to let you know what it's like. This one sells for $69.99. It's got the sliding up and down sun goggles and the opening face shield. So you can look like a bad guy in a John Woo movie if you want to. And I really prefer this to having an actual tinted face shield, because that way you can ride at night and be safe. Ventilation is pretty good. It's got ventilation in the front and also on the top. I'm going to take off the helmet and then we're going to compare it to a $600 Showi helmet that has the same features and just see which one's better and in which way it's better. So let's take a look at them together. Alright, here we go. So on the left, this is the Hawk GLD-900 helmet. You can see it's DOT certified, whatever that means. So those are the certifications. And then on the right, we've got the Showi helmet. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And it has the same certifications. I'm kind of surprised the Showi doesn't have a Snell certification as well. So your standard features are chin bar, goes down, comes back up. Both helmets have the sliding sunscreen like that. Over here, like that. And you can put the helmet down and it's got a face shield that comes up and down. The action on both of them is good. It was really easy to work with your fingers. This is your front vent on the Hawk helmet. Real easy to do when you've got gloves on. And then on the Showi, you just sort of rock it back and forth. And then up on the top, you've got a ventilator and a rear ventilator on the Showi helmet. On the Hawk helmet, you've got these that slide open and closed with your fingers. It's got little bumps on it, so if you've got gloves on, you can grip it. Just two of those, one on each side. In terms of weight, this one's lighter than the Showi. And in terms of fit, let's see. One thing I like about this helmet is it has sort of almost like an old ski binder system. Rather than the threading through a buckle, you just lock it in like that, and then to release it, you pull on the quick release. So it's got a quick release that you can tighten up and down using this strap. Whereas this helmet is old school. It's got the old double D buckles in it to hold it shut. And if we look at the padding on the inside, you can see the Showi. A friend tells me it's the most comfortable helmet he's ever had. I mean, these things are like big fat pillows all the way through the helmet. It's just soft, and the liner is removable and you can wash it. And that's kind of where the difference begins. On this one, the padding is really super thin. And then they've put a seam right up here in the top that kind of digs into your head. So what I would advise, what I'm going to do is get like a pad from a bicycle helmet. My son bought a bicycle helmet and there's some extra pads, so I'll probably put a pad in there just to keep this seam. It's just a really poorly placed seam that kind of grinds into your forehead whenever you ride. That's fixable though if you want to add some extra padding. Then when I put the actual helmet on and shut it, flip the camera around so I can see. You can see now both of these helmets also, when you put the face shield down, the sunscreen, it will fit over glasses, which is nice, and it doesn't cut into your nose. It doesn't reach that far down. When I put the actual front shield down on this helmet, it's an extra large helmet, but my nose touches the front of it, and I can even touch the front of it with my lips if I do that. This is an extra large. I think I just said that, but I'll say it again. So you might want to buy a size bigger if you're buying this helmet. In terms of fit on my head, it fits really snug as an extra large. And I know that when you're buying motorcycle helmets, you want it to fit tight. You don't want it to be rattling around on your head just for safety reasons. So I'm gonna have to find a workaround for that. Also, can you see my giant nose? You know, people with a normal sized nose probably don't have this problem, so it might just be a personal problem versus a helmet problem. And then when it comes down to price, that's really where you got to ask yourself a question as to what you want to spend versus what you're getting. So this one was $600. This one's $69.99. So we're talking about almost 10 times more for the brand name helmet versus the Hawk. So in terms of features, I would say this one delivers very much of the same features, just not in as luxurious a package as this one. It's lighter on your head, which is a plus over the long miles, but the padding isn't as soft, so it's not quite as comfortable as Showi. And when you look at how the face shield locks down, there is a locking mechanism in here, and it's made of plastic. I don't know if you can see it very well if I get close up right in here. And it hooks into this little recess, and it feels really secure when the lid is locked down. You know, it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I think if you land it on your face, you'd be all right. And if you look at how the Showi does it, they've got these metal pins built into the helmet, and they lock into this this metal bracket in here. So it's metal versus plastic when you're talking about the lockdown mechanism. But overall, I would consider the Hawk helmet a good value if you're just looking for an extra helmet that has all the you know, has a flip-up face, has the sunscreen, and has decent ventilation. It does the job. And then in the Showi, you know, I put this helmet on for the first time today, and it is the most comfortable helmet in the world. Probably the most comfortable helmet I've ever put on. So that alone may be enough justification for buying this one. So that's it. That's the honest review of the Hawk helmet versus the Showi. Hope that helps you make a decision.